Hi, welcome to the small shed. This week I'm back on the chassis build for the Cyclekart. See you in a minute. Right, I've just cut a template out of MDF, bit of old scrap. It's not that easy to cut and smooth this off. It's much easier to actually attach a template to the metal and then just run round it with a router bit with a bearing on it, and that will actually follow the template and give you a much better finish. And then they'll both be exactly the same. I've marked out the spacing where the holes will need to be. I'll just drill in appropriate places there so that I can then pass that on to the metal as well, so that both plates will be exactly the same, one for top, one for bottom, and then we can just run long 100mm bolts right through the chassis from the top rails to the bottom, and that will attach the cross rail to the side rails effectively with something that looks, you know, reasonably attractive. Okay, it's unboxing day again. At the moment we've just got a steady stream of parts arriving all the while for Cyclekart build, but I assume these are just bolts and things, but I don't know. We'll have a look and see what we've got. Something very small here. I think these are perhaps these are some smaller taper washers that I've got than the big ones on the chassis rail. These are for an M8 bolt as opposed to the M12s on the main chassis rails, and I got these for places where I've got to bolt other stuff onto the chassis rails, both internally and externally. It just gives me that correction. I think these are slightly, I couldn't find an M8 5 degree, so these are actually, I think, 6 degrees. Or 6.5, but I'm sure with close enough and a bit of filing we can get those refined. So let's have a look at what's in the box. It isn't the steering wheel box, because that arrived the other day, so I don't know what this is. It sounds like bolts again. A load of rubbish packing. Maybe test. Ah yes, it's bolts again. These are again things for bolting the chassis rails. I think this is for the Yeah, this is I think where I'm bolting the plates to the top and bottom of the chassis rail at the front. I've got some metal aluminium plates on to reinforce the front corner joint, and I needed something that would go through 80mm of rail plus probably 12mm of plate, top and bottom. Yeah, they're 100mm bolts. So that should do me so that means I can now get the front part of the frame finally tidied up. So another step forward. Now it's time to start and do a bit of work with some aluminium. I want to use it because it should work almost as well as hardwood, but much more easily than with steel. And as I'm primarily a woodworking person, I'm happier using woodworking tools, if you like. And part of this whole thing was that I could do something that would, broadly speaking, bolt together, although I'm coming to the conclusion that there will be certain things I'm going to have to either weld or get welded. But we'll start off. I need to make brackets for the top and bottom of the frame at the front. So I want them to be identical. It would be nice to get a reasonable finish on them. Just going to put a template on top, and the roller, there's a bearing on the top of the router bit that should follow the line of the MDF, and so anything that the bearing comes into contact it will stop at, which is the template. Anything else it will cut. So that should give me a pair of brackets which are the same, and it gives that repeatability and the means to get a reasonably good finish. To actually cut that to a line and then get it dead straight and then get it finished is a bit more of an ask than cutting it roughly to shape, sticking it on a template like this, and then doing a route round the edge with the machine. So I'm just getting a couple of bits of masking tape, super glue, just to hold the two together temporarily. The reason I do that is that you can then just pull it apart. You could use double-sided tape, but that tends to leave a lot of residue. Can be a bit more of a pain. This is a preferred option. Quick squirt of accelerator. That doesn't have to be placed anywhere other than somewhere in the middle, so that there's a bit of cut all the way around the edge, and then that's stuck on there now, ready to go. And as I say, the router is set up, there's a bearing running at this high level, and underneath the bearing is the sharp router blades, which will just run along that edge, I hope. Let's have a go and see how we get on. that's got the one cut. I should have probably taken the protective film off first, because what tends to happen is that it rags and catches and goes over the edge of the piece of metal, and of course the bearing is following that MDF, and if there's a tiny bit of this stuff in the way, it'll just follow that as a bump. But I don't think this is that important that it makes a difference. But that then should give me one bracket. Need a little bit of cleaning up with a file just to get some of the rough edges off underneath, and I might even just draw file the edges themselves. But that's certainly produced a much better job than I could have done by hand, and with any luck it'll be the same as the other one that I've got. And again, we'll do the same thing. We'll glue the two of these together with masking tape and super glue, and then I can drill all the holes through and they'll all be in the same place as well on the finished job. The other one, that's good enough for me. Quick, easy, and hopefully good enough to do the job. Right, that's got the plates done. Effectively now what will happen is they will sandwich the frame top and bottom at the very front. But effectively that, I took the template off before I drilled the bigger holes, so I can again use that template now by sticking it on the front of the cart chassis, and that will give me all the spacings. I can run a 3-4mm drill through and then open it out to 8mm once I've done that. Right, overkill it may be, but that has now finished that front end off, although it's reasonably heavy. I'm not too worried about that because weight at the front end is something I'm anxious to make sure we've got a bit of. But that now has stiffened things up no end, because these aren't even done up tight at the moment, the side bolts. It's all being held together by that top and bottom gusset, and what it means is that front bar now, because it's the spring perch as well, it'll hold the whole thing really tight and solid. So I'm happy with that. That's fairly major step forward with it. What I've got to do now is I might recut this and take the floor all the way down to the nose. I was leaving a gap originally to put a second mini sort of cross bulkhead in, but I think I'll probably keep that, make that go all the way down to the far end. And then there's a cross member that sits in here. That's the next thing to fix. I've marked the position of it. I've just got to get these 95-85 degree holes drilled in that there. That's it. So if I can fix those next, we can then move backwards, put a front bulkhead on, and we can start and work on the scuttle then. And at the same time I can start and think about the front suspension perching as well. I'm going to leave it here now, and we'll come back to it next time for further development. Right, so that's got the front end beefed up to my satisfaction. Again, like all these things, there's obviously a line somewhere between it being a total disaster that will fall apart and a totally over-engineered thing that weighs too much and is overkill. I'm hoping I've veered towards the latter, because I don't mind in this instance a little bit of extra weight if I know that it's going to be safe and secure at the front end. So I hope it was of interest. Look forward to seeing you next time. We'll hopefully be doing something different on the Cyclekart next week. I'll see you then. Bye!